You probably think debt begins with money. A card, a loan, a bill, or a number on a banking app. But debt is older than credit cards, banks, and coins. Maybe even older than the idea of money itself. Before humans had paper notes, stock markets, or mortgage calculators, they already had something much more powerful. An obligation. Someone gave you grain and you helped them repair their shelter. And even if nobody wrote it down, something invisible was created between two people. It was like, I helped you. Now you remember me. One day, you may have to return the favor. That is the strange beginning of debt. Not a financial product or a bank invention, but a memory. And once humans learned how to remember what was owed, the future changed forever. Because debt does something unusual. It lets today reach into tomorrow. It is like using tomorrow's resources today. Debt is a bridge, but it is also a chain. And that is why humans invented it. Not because we wanted complicated financial lives, but because life is uneven. Food arrives in seasons. Work comes and goes. Businesses need money before they make money. Human life has always had a timing problem. You need something now, but your ability to pay comes later. Debt was the human answer to that gap, a way of moving value through time. But once humans created this invisible bridge between now and later, something else appeared too. Power. Because the person who can give today can influence tomorrow. The lender does not just give money. They gain a claim on your future income, your future choices, and sometimes even your future peace of mind. That is the part of debt we often forget. Debt is not only about money. It is about time. When you borrow, you are pulling a piece of your future into the present. And when you repay, you are sending pieces of your present back to the past. That is why debt can feel so emotional. A bill is not just a bill. It is yesterday still talking to you. This is why people can earn more money and still feel trapped. Because income is not the same as freedom. If enough of your future has already been promised away, every paycheck arrives already divided. You get paid, but the money does not feel like yours. It just passes through you. And that feeling is one of the most modern forms of financial stress. The danger begins when debt stops being a bridge and becomes a room, a place you live inside. At first, it solves a problem. Then it becomes part of the background. Then it becomes normal. Then the system around you starts assuming you will use it. Things become more expensive because buyers can borrow more. That is one of the strangest effects of debt. It can make something feel cheaper while making life more expensive. $1,000 feels painful, but $40 a month feels manageable. A car price feels huge, but a weekly payment feels normal. Debt changes the shape of pain. It does not remove the cost. It rearranges it. That is why modern finance loves monthly payments. They make large prices feel small. They turn big decisions into small habits. They make the future look like it can absorb everything. But the future is not infinite. This is why debt is so psychologically powerful. We feel the present more strongly than the future. A meal today feels real. A payment next month feels soft. Humans are not machines. We are not built to feel future pain with the same intensity as present pleasure. Debt fits perfectly into that gap. It lets the present win, and then it asks the future to clean up. The first step to a debt-free life is not always paying everything off overnight. It is seeing debt clearly, not as failure, not as your identity, but as a claim on future time. Every debt asks one question: how much of future you already belongs to someone else? That question changes everything. A purchase is no longer just a purchase. It is a small contract with tomorrow. Interest is not just a percentage. It is the price of moving time. This does not mean all debt is bad. It means debt deserves respect. Debt is like fire. Used carefully, it can move life forward. Used casually, it can quietly take over. So the next time you see a balance on a screen, a payment due, or a button that says pay later, pause for 1 second. You are not just looking at money. You are looking at time. A piece of tomorrow pulled into today. And somewhere, quietly, future you is waiting to pay for it.